Add Ast...
Yeah.
It's shocking how much work there is to do.
And she's been handling it alone all along.
Huh? You're...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants?
We...
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst.
Even though the Chising have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now.
Is that so?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Even when it's time for her annual leave, she couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is.
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu,
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far
Speaking of Joyun Karst, Traveler,
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
That's good news. We're saved.
it's about time she came back to work.
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live... We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there. Person standing over there. That's Ganyu! We finally found her! Ganyu! Here you are!
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. I shouldn't. I have left the human world.
Huh?
That's why you're here?
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, My Adepti blood... I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your word. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Jueyun Karst.
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer?
One merely jests.
Wow.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friend.
Oh, Cloud
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top, when one was still taking care of her.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the...
Be that so, but returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst, one will tell you more about her. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this alone. She will find her predicament hard to...
Oh, retainers. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now.
Huh. Is that so?
This trial will test her spirit. Even so,
Ganyu?
Why did you come here? Considering the kindness you have shown me...
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. The training is much to her signature style.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. If you're ready, we shall begin the training. If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised. We've completed the task. I agree.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by...
Huh? So there are more trials?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Xiao.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. He's already waiting for me.
Of course we are.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human. Instead of explaining yourself to me...
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes.
Focus on the trial.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed. No one escapes my sight!
Go!
Next on the agenda... Born of ice and frost.
Wipe out!
Blaze over. Access denied.
Let it rain!
Oh, so sorry.
No touching! Access denied. No touching! All hail!
We're way behind schedule.
Cool it! Bombs away!
Next on the agenda... Born of... didn't see... Let's spark them.
Go! This one will be frozen in time. Freeze! Cool it!
Blaze over! No touching! No escape!
Go!
Born of ice and frost! Access denied!
Yeah!
No touching!
Don't get frostbite. Water jet!
Access denied! This is long overdue! Born of ice and frost!
Go!
Let it rain! No touching!
Next on the...
Access denied!
Wipe out! Freeze!
Blaze over! No touching!
Oh, so sorry.
Try not to enjoy them.
No escape! Access denied! No one escapes myself! No touching! Access denied!
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on.
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Pesky visitor?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
I am also one of the Adepti.
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim,
For free?
that's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that it would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. A person of your age should focus on work and
Are you a real Adeptus? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus? Ugh, how dare you reprove me?
He might sorta have a point.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst, but being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an adept...
It's true!
All right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor, if I'm proven right.
It's a step in the right direction.
I suppose you have a point.
That's right.
I've spent too much time in the mountain. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu,
Well, I used to be so busy.
Huh. That's true.
Well, when I think about my time here, it put me in a certain mood.
Is that? It is! I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here.
Lady Ganyu, why are you...
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tian.
That's all right.
Uncle Tian is a member of the Liyue Qixing.
What? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. In most people's eyes, I'm...
Uncle Tian is too modest. He's been around for a long time. Uncle Tian, please.
My apologies. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you...
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary.
Talking about secretaries...
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and...
I don't know myself, really. May I trouble you to meet her at Yuehai Pavilion?
With pleasure.
She's back in character. Just like that, huh? Let's move then.
Don't think too much about it.
Is this an answer from this world?
I don't know why, but
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I heard that you've encountered some problem.
my father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly,
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique.
Yes, you're right.
You can't beat the atmosphere here at the...
Why'd they have to give me that transfer? I should have stolen.
Aha! We meet again, traveler.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Should we need to place such an order...
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent. Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. If you don't believe me...
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record.
Oh, of course. Line by line and... Ah, here That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Look at the tax record.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction.
But,
Ms. Ganyu, despite all this...
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier...
Aha!
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. Thank you for shining a light on this case.
Oh, please, please.
I'm afraid I can't go.
It's all right, Wei-Shin.
Oh, that's so considerate of you.
Ah, welcome, welcome. I'm usually happy to take new apprentices.
Kingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that. Fly.
Master Lu.
Don't worry. Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me?
Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year.
Oh, it's about...
Sure enough, Mr. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice?
Of course, but... I only do my woodwork. As for old documents and such, but some troublemakers have recently moved there. Since you need that invoice anyway...
So that's what happened.
I'll leave you to it then.
Take back the warehouse.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of...
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded...
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, we won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis. Besides, I can my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for?
You'll get frostbite.
You're in for a little...
Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Bombs away!
Come a little close.
Yeah! Go!
No escape!
Dodge this! Water jet!
I think you've had enough.
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth.
If you're telling the truth...
Fine. If you really want to know, then
About to...
pick berries over there.
I must admit,
It's not an excuse. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people.
Judging by how he's looking at us...
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? I swear, I only came here to pick berries.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's...
I misjudged the situation and offended you. Our exchange only represents my personal views.
Exchange? This woman.
Yes, precisely.
Paimon's it!
Darn you.
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
What a bittersweet end.
I made a laughingstock out of myself.
No worries. Troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we got.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
You're in for a little shock.
Freeze! Go! Dodge this!
Go, go, Baron Bunny! No!
Go!
Come a little closer.
Cool it! Wipe out! Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
No escape!
Freeze! Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Dodge this!
You're in for a little
Let it rain!
Freeze!
My.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite. Go! Wipe out! Dodge this!
escapes my sight.
Cool it!
Water jet!
All clear! Quick, let's look around for the invoice. This one is an invoice from One Min Restaurant. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so this one is Second Lives. We finally found it. Let's.
I hope it wasn't.
I promise to help you, and I'll keep my word. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpet.
Oh, thank you so much.
Agreed.
Isn't it? Wait, I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any—
Haven't I made myself clear?
What?
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Time for the finishing blow.
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
I'm—
Do you admit to tax evasion?
I didn't think you'd find out.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and my fault.
Pitting your opponent against their enemies. And that's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, so I decided to use one of your father's tricks.
I can see it now. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu.
Ganyu solved both Huixin's work and family problems.
Oh, you've helped me so much.
That's not necessary.
Then let me treat you to a meal.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Oh, come on, it's just a meal.
If it's just a meal.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk.
All right.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin.
Truth be told.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with.
Oh, no, I don't really need help.
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, I can't compare myself to such an...
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Over the years, influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. But after all that happened this time...
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huishin, I...
Just like when you showed me my father's trick.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history, but I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huishin, you don't know how you've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. They rely on me.
No, of course.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I won't let you down. Regardless, I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
Baisha, are you okay? Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure?
Not at all. We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss
Ganyu, we've...
That's so kind of you all.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus.
Forget all our envious complaints from before.
All right. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. I'll take care of...
Of course.
Oh, finally.
Yes. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Travel. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand.
Sure, but...
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it.